Men and, of course, women of action are favored by the goddess of good luck. Hello, this is Palmer the coach, and welcome to the Coaching Minute. We are still on this book, The Richest Man in Babylon, and today we venture into the fourth chapter, which is titled Meet the Goddess of Good Luck. And we will divide this chapter into two episodes. We will take the first session today and then the final one in the next round. So in this chapter, our teacher, Akkad, is talking to a group of men whom they met. And in Babylon, it is recorded in that chapter that there was a place called the Temple of Learning. And the Temple of Learning is where men would meet and discuss any topic that was of their fancy so that they could learn. They were philosophers. They wanted to learn and understand many things. And on this particular day, as this chapter is introduced, it says this: "We all hope to be favored by the whimsical goddess of good luck. Is there some way we can meet her and attract not only her favorable attention, but her generous favors? Is there a way to attract good luck?" So the men who did meet up at the Temple of Learning on this particular day, and a lesson we shouldn't miss from this is that each one of us needs to have that place where they go to so that they can gain knowledge. They can get knowledge. It always starts with the correct knowledge if you want to understand and do something, including the art of learning how to build your own wealth. So you must determine what is that source of knowledge. And a lot of times I find, like in this medium, we are very used to the 15 seconds scroll past, get a bit entertained, and that's all right. But if you really must seriously learn and understand things, it's important to set apart an hour a day, or half an hour at least, where you determine who are the sources of good information that you'd like to have, and you spend more time with them, watching their content, listening to them. That way you will make a difference. So for the people of Babylon, the Temple of Learning was that place where they would all go, and it was free and open for every citizen, whatever your status, to so long as you wanted to learn, to either go and propose a topic that you'd like discussed at the temple, and people would give their opinions, and good teachers would be available. And so this day, Akkad visits the Temple of Learning. He finds a crowd of 80 or so men, and others kept, of course, coming in. And he took the seat of the teacher that day. And he said, "Okay, we are here, guys. I am sure that we desire to explore a certain subject today. Who would like to propose one for us?" And one gentleman, a cloth weaver, put his hand up and he said, "There is a topic that is of interest to me." And the story he gives is that today I was lucky. As I was walking along the road, I found a purse that had fallen, and I opened it, and it was full of coins of gold. And I've been lucky. I mean, I don't know who it belongs to. I can't give them. So that's now my cash. And he says, "Is there anything that I could do so that this chance, this luck happens to me more often?" And he says that that's a topic you would really be interested in, because if you could be that lucky more often, then you'll be a rich man. And that's what Akkad says, that this is a topic worth discussing. And he asks, how best can we understand this? And of course proposes that people do gambling. And in this environment today, we know that the betting companies are fairly active, enticing us to put in this kind of money with a chance that we could earn this much more. So they said, yeah, that's a good place to explore. If we can really find people who have made money and become rich from placing bets, then we might probably learn ways that people actually from good luck make wealth. And they said the best example is we are quite a number of us here. Would anybody be willing to tell us how much they have made from those gaming tables? Because I know you do bet. And men just laughed, because they knew that they had all been very active betting, and of course nobody made enough money at it. And they consider things like the horse races, where also people bet on, this is the horse that will win, and you put a lot of money. People bet on football clubs and which one will win and by what score, and they hope one day to crack it rich, but we all know that not enough of us, or any at all, have made money at those bets. And he continued to say that even those of you who do make some money and win the jackpot, quite often they don't know how to use that money, and it just flees as soon as it gets to their hands. So they say and concluded, we cannot make money and get rich from betting, and even if we do, that does not last. And so they actually asked Akkad, you are the richest man in Babylon. Tell us how it is then that you attracted good luck so that you yourself got rich. And this is what Akkad told them. I look to find her, that is the goddess of good luck, not in the gaming tables or the races where men lose more gold than they win, but in other places where the doings of men are more worthwhile and more worthy of reward. In tilling the soil, in honest trading, in all man's occupations, there is opportunity to make a profit upon his efforts and his transactions. Perhaps not all the time will he be rewarded, because sometimes his judgment may be faulty, and other times the winds and the weather may defeat his efforts. Yet, if he persists, he may usually expect to realize his profit. This is so because the chances of profit are always in his favor. So he says that so long as you're going out and working, so long as you have a profession that you have perfected and you are persistent, sometimes you may be unlucky because of circumstances, but more often than not, that persistence is rewarded by being a profitable venture. And so Akkad is moving the people's mindset from expecting to grow rich by being lucky at betting and those kind of opportunities, but to get back to their honest opportunities, to work very hard, to get better at it, and certainly those efforts are going to be rewarded. Men of action are favored by the goddess of good luck. That then is the coaching minute for today. As always, reach out for a helping hand, and if you can, hold someone else's too.